Hi, I'm Lauren.
And I'm Kristyna.
And this is our podcast,
Let's Chew the Fat. Hello.
Hi, Kristyna.
I'm over this already. We just started.
Sorry, I'm back.
Because every time we try to make a tiny little
even if we don't make
exactly, even if we don't make an adjustment, just something goes wrong every single time we try to record.
And by something goes wrong, we mean technology.
Everything goes wrong.
Doing what they need to be doing.
Okay, so today we are going to do. I almost said Laura's.
Wow.
Wow. Lauren's interview. Well, I will be interviewing Lauren. I got inspired when I was listening to one podcast and they had like the name of the person per interview. So in this case, it would be the Lauren Muriel Sowers interview.
Mm-hmm.
I hope I pronounced it right because your dad might come at me.
Apparently I mispronounced my middle name, so it's all good.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. I have a bunch of random questions for Lauren. She's nervous.
I'm stressed out.
As always.
Yeah.
But we'll see what she says. And now let's get into what we've been up to.
Yeah.
What have we been doing?
Well,
I don't even remember.
I was preparing for this episode. I was able to come up with 2 significant moments.
Wow.
1, the camera store dilemma.
Oh my goodness.
Here's the thing. Was it you who found the TikTok? No. One of our friends found a TikTok that apparently all of Madrid found about this small like camera shop who, well, initially we thought they were like closing up, and so they were trying to get rid of all their cameras, but apparently they're not. Controversial topic. But like older cameras, like film, well, pretty much any camera you can imagine. We were going for the film camera specifically. At a like good quality, like the guy who owns the shop promises that they'll work, like he's very passionate about it, and like for a good price.
Mm-hmm.
So us and the rest of Madrid decided to go, and we went for the first time on Thursday, right? Thursday after class, and then we went to the thrift shop. Yeah.
Oh, because we finished class early.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. So we went, us and a couple of friends, we went there. We stood in a line, and right when we got there, he was like the owner was giving the speech about how he didn't have any cameras anymore because like people were just showing up, and it was all sold out, and he needed some more time to like fix the cameras. Mm-hmm. So we knew when we were standing in line that we wouldn't be able to get a camera, but we just wanted to, take a look, see what he had, like talk to him about when he thought he would have cameras again, and so on and so forth. And then we went again yesterday. Mm-hmm. And what happened?
Well, we came and there was a sign on the door that said, "I'm sorry, but this particular," what was it? Thursday?
Tuesday.
No, Tuesday. What day it is? Wednesday.
Yeah.
This particular Tuesday, I'm closed. I'm sorry. And I was like, are you kidding?
Mm-hmm.
So, well, we didn't go in.
Because he couldn't get, like, we asked him for, like, opening hours. He was like, I'll have cameras again next week. Mm-hmm. And we asked for opening hours, and he was like, well, whenever I feel like it. Because he's retired, and I guess he, you don't want to make promises that you can't keep.
Yeah. He also said that he doesn't have time to, like, fix the cameras or, like, check them. Because, like, he's been selling and selling. Or not selling. Because people, let me tell you, when we went there on Thursday, nobody bought a camera.
And it was a long line.
So basically, you just go in to look at the store, talk to him, and
a meet and greet.
Honestly, like now that I think about it, I just realized you don't go there to buy a camera, which is like weird. But I don't know how I would fix it because like it's nice, that you can go and talk to him. But I just want a camera.
Because the thing is, the shop was full of cameras,
oh, yeah.
You can't even imagine. Like, filled to the ceiling with cameras. And we were like, how weird. Like, he has all of these cameras. How come we can't buy any of them, you know? But then we figured out that the cameras that you actually see in the store are just, like, his own personal, like,
I was like, oh, all of these are beautiful. Why are people not coming out with cameras? Because, like, the store is really tiny. Like, it's basically this, like, corridor, like hallway, very like narrow and short, because the store, it's just like filled with cameras and like on a table or some kind of something. And so basically he stands at the end of this corridor and then like if there's like a couple that went there together, like they go in together. And so you just talk to him and then you go out. So like all the other people are waiting outside in a line. And I was just like, guys, have you noticed that nobody has come out of the store with a purchased camera? And I guess that's why. So like, it's weird that he keeps, like, if you think about it that way, it's weird that he keeps it open because he doesn't have anything to sell, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's like a weird thing to do. So like now it feels like we just like people just go there to meet this guy because I mean he's this cute little grandpa who's like nice.
The thing is he also has no way of like communicating that he is out of camera. Like he should have like an Instagram account where he can post on his story like I have cameras now, I don't have cameras now, so you know like I'm going to get a camera or I'm going to just look at the store. Yeah, because like now we've been twice. The first time there just weren't any cameras. Then we went yesterday. He was closed. Yeah. And so we're attempting going again tomorrow, right? I think. Oh, are we?
Said.
Okay. Apparently.
I mean, maybe it's going to be just the two of us.
Oh,
because
also we weren't sure. Yeah, we were going to attempt. But the thing is, because it's a holiday. No, not tomorrow, Friday.
Oh, true. I keep messing up the days.
But
yeah, Friday.
We're a bit worried that like he's going to do the puente and then he's going to be closed. Because Thursday's a holiday, you know, so maybe he'll do...
Like the whole thing.
Yeah.
I mean, does he know there is a puente? Because isn't the puente thing just like in schools? Like university?
No, like it's...
Oh, for work too?
Yeah.
I mean, it makes...
the puente? No. The puente, yeah, is just not for work. I guess some jobs do it, some don't. Some schools do it.
Because I feel like maybe he has like grandchildren, but like, you know what I mean? Like he might not like take it as
I guess he doesn't really care either. Either he's gonna be open or closed. Like it doesn't really matter. If
and
it's
we don't even know
if
he opens on weekends, right?
No. We don't know.
We don't know
it's
anything.
Just trial and error. It's a whole
like at least it's not like far away, but it is like we don't have time. Like especially now, like university is getting to a point where we can't just afford to go 3 times a week to some place to check if it's open, if it has cameras, you know.
Yeah.
So I guess on Friday it's gonna be not like a last attempt, but like if that doesn't work out again, we need to do something about it. I mean, he has his phone number on the door, right? So maybe we could
call him before going.
That's true.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We'll see. We don't need to involve.
True. Because we really want a camera, but...
And the thing is with him, at least we would know, like, as opposed to buying it at some market or something, we would know that it's working. And if we do have issues, like, we can go to the store. Like, the store is there, we can go to the store and he'll help us.
Exactly. And it's not expensive. You can know that it's going to work.
Yeah. Anyway.
So, that's it. What was the other thing?
The second thing is, I don't know if you want to talk about this. But the ancestor assignment. Because I thought it was kind of okay. Cause
why would Kristyna I not want to talk about it?
Because you were getting mad at us for like.
But that wasn't. It's not the assignment's fault.
It's our fault.
Yes.
I just didn't know if you wanted to bring up.
No, I don't care.
Stress. Basically, we had I'm not gonna talk about. We don't have to talk about the logistics.
Yeah.
There's deadlines that are being changed on the daily at this point, but we don't need to talk about that. I just wanted to talk about it because I thought it was kind of interesting, you know. We had an assignment where we had to, for our investigative reporting class, where we had to look into our family history and basically try to go as far back as possible and create a family tree and then kind of write a text around our family tree. So we spent a good amount of the weekend talking to or trying to like contact different family members and figuring out like who is related to who, like grandparents, great-grandparents, everything, which was interesting because
we found out some scandals.
But also I just thought it was very interesting, like in the end I kind of had fun writing it, like if there hadn't been like the time pressure, it would have been more enjoyable too. But just like realizing like how much came before you, like as we were saying in the group chat, like how much life these people lived. And it's just always so interesting to me, like people just keep, I mean, this is gonna sound very negative, I mean it in a positive way, like throughout life people keep getting knocked down, and they just keep getting back up, and they just keep going, and they just keep living. And like it also made me realize like how much we still have to live.
Yeah,
like we probably haven't lived our worst moments, and we probably haven't lived our best moments, and that's terrifying and comforting at the same time. But it was just, I don't know, it was a really interesting experience. And then the scandals. And also, people just used to give their kids away. And that is very difficult, let me tell you. People were just giving their kids, obviously, like, I'm making a joke, but it's not funny. But for reasons like people had to go back and work at the factory, like they couldn't afford to raise all of these kids. People were in prison, and so on and so forth. And it made it really difficult to, like, figure out who was connected to whom. And, like, people grew up with grandparents. People grew up with aunts and uncles. And then to, like, figure out who their parents actually were. And, yeah, it was quite interesting.
Yeah, I agree.
Anything to add?
I don't know if I have anything more interesting to say. No, I mean, it was interesting.
Yeah. And I was stressing about it, and Kristyna was upset at me for stressing about it.
I mean, the whole yesterday was awful for me. Because we were just sitting in class. Up until that point, I was completely fine. And then everyone started freaking out about exams during the organization class.
Oh.
Everyone was losing it.
That wasn't only the exams.
Well, yeah, I didn't finish.
Oh.
The exams, the assignments, everyone was like, the semester's practically over. I'm behind. Up until this point, we've been fine. We've had this routine of doing like 2 or 3 assignments a week. And all of a sudden, the world is falling apart. I was like, I don't want to be a part of this. Because then I started like thinking about it. I was like, should I start freaking about it? What about exams? Am I going to pass? You know, the usual that I was doing so great, like not stressing about it.
Yeah.
So
I wasn't that stressed. Because, like, I just got annoyed about the deadlines. Because we have a professor who keeps changing deadlines. What I mean is, if there wasn't a deadline for the 15th of October, one day you'll go, and it'll be for the 10th of October. And if there was a deadline for the 22nd of November, the next day you'll go check, and it's for the 10th of December.
Yeah, also because the deadlines are, like, I guess, copies from last year.
Oh, some are for 2022.
I think professors often, like, just copy the whole course, like, on our university, like, online platform that we use, and they just, like, copy the whole thing, and they don't bother to change the dates. I said it in the email, too.
Yeah.
So he knows.
Yeah.
So, it's weird.
That's what I was getting stressed out about, because it's very frustrating to me when I'm trying to organize my life, and I set priorities based on these deadlines, and then the deadlines change. And then Kristyna told me to calm down, and when people tell me to calm down, I don't calm down. You freak out. I freak out. Okay, that was it. So
let's head into the next part. So, as I said before, the questions don't have any particular order. I just kept writing them down as I thought of them. But, I mean, the first 2
so creative.
Do make sense. So, introduce yourself in 5 words.
Like 5 words that need to form a sentence?
No.
Just 5 words.
5 random words.
Okay. Lauren.
Wow.
Lauren. Music. Travel. Student.
I like the tone. You're like, Lauren, music, student, travel. Last one.
Horses.
Okay. Now, actually introduce yourself properly.
This is like
your
first day of
age,
class.
your full name, where you're from, where you live.
Okay.
Just like quickly, but like properly. Like if this was the first episode people would be listening to.
Okay. So
they
it's just
know
like
who you
basics, no hobbies.
Yeah. I mean, if it's part of you, you can say
Okay, I'm Lauren Sowers. Lauren Muriel Sowers. I am 23 years old. I am from Switzerland, from Thun, Switzerland. I am currently living in Madrid because I'm studying journalism there. I enjoy everything that has to do with music. So, listening to music, making music, dancing, singing, whatever. And I love reading and I love horseback riding and that's a lot of information.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
I love horseback riding. I love traveling. I think that's enough.
Okay.
I don't know what else.
Good.
Oh,
now we go into the random ones. So, what would your dream house / living situation look like?
I would like to have 2 houses. I would like to have one in a big city, and then I would like to have another one out in nature, preferably by some sort of body of water, a lake, the ocean. I don't care, but I would like it to be like right there, so when I wake up in the morning, I have like the view of the water. And the second house, I would want it to be in a big city, and I would preferably like it to be like an apartment at the very top with a rooftop terrace. And in terms of, I don't know, like in terms of style, I don't know.
You don't have to know.
Yeah, just not something like too modern, I guess. Not something too modern with like a little bit of character. And I would just like it to be like big windows, so I have a lot of light inside.
That's a good one.
And the one that's outside, like in nature, I would also like it to have like a yawn. A lawn.
Yard.
A lawn or a yard. With space
Otherwise known as yard.
Also known as that. Oh, actually, and the one that's out in nature, I would like it to be like a farmhouse type of situation. Well, not a farmhouse. I don't need any cows. No offense. But I would like to have like dogs to the cows.
Okay.
And horses, and I would like it to like, how do I explain this? I would like the horses to like be right outside in the yard, so they're close to the house and everything, and I can see them from the kitchen. And yeah, that's all. And I would like it to have like, I would like to have a little music room, and then I would like to have a little library area. Yeah.
Okay.
Why should I say?
How do you see yourself in 15 years? Who do you think you will be?
When I'm 40?
Oh my god, that's true.
Well, no.
Well, not
38.
Mm.
When I'm 38. This is the thing. I really don't know. I'm planning on just like making one decision after another and seeing where it takes me.
Don't you feel like the next phase of our life is such a blur? Like in general?
Completely.
Right? Like I don't see honestly anything, because I think like I'm not in a relationship, so I'm not like imagining which stage we would be in. I don't know what type of job I'm gonna do, like anything. Like it's such a weird thought.
No, like career, relationships, even just like hobbies, like everything. It's just where I'm gonna live. Everything is just up in the air. And I feel like, I don't know, I have like different versions of where my life could go, I guess, and where I could be at 38. I don't know, because I don't even know, like I have nothing to like build it around.
Yeah.
You know, I can't say, oh, this is my like dream career, so I'm gonna build like the rest of my life around that. I have nothing.
Yeah. I mean, that's okay though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No worries. We have many more questions to come. What is your biggest accomplishment yet?
My biggest accomplishment.
And let's maybe forget about moving abroad. Because I feel like we've said it multiple times. Yeah. But apart from that, which is also really hard when I think about that.
Honestly, okay. So I would say one of my biggest accomplishments in my life, and this is not, did I say accomplishments?
I don't know.
One of my biggest accomplishments in my life, and this is, I can't take full credit for this. I can take maybe like 10% of the credit for this, but it's just something I'm very like proud of. Maybe this isn't an accomplishment.
Can you just say what it is?
I'm very grateful. I'm trying to.
I know, but I'm very impatient with this.
Is probably like the friendships I have in my life.
Okay. Well, I mean, it is your. What word did you use? It is your
accomplishment.
You said it's only 10%. Something.
I only get 10% of the credit for it.
No, you get more.
Maybe 50. But it involves other people and other people putting work into it and effort into it. So I don't want to take all the credit for it. But I was thinking about this. Like, throughout my life, I've had great friends, like, in every stage of my life, which honestly have helped me so much and have, like, made me who I am and have gotten me through, like, those phases of life. And like, moving abroad now, I am quite happy with the accomplishment, or, like, with having managed to, like, maintain those relationships, even though, like, at times I'm better, at times I'm worse at it. But at the end of the day, like, my closest friends from back home, we're still friends. And when I go home, it's like nothing has changed. Yeah. So I'd say maybe that.
That's nice.
These past couple of days
have been hard on me.
Yes.
Like, I just wish, because, you know, I've learned to work through conflicts and to be normal, but something is just testing me.
Can I be honest? I feel like we're all a little bit, like, I don't know the word in English.
Out of our minds?
No, I wasn't good, but, like, on edge in the sense of we're easily triggered at the moment. Yeah. I was telling my friend about that, like, when we were eating lunch together over FaceTime.
That's really nice, though.
Yeah, it's nice. I should do it more often. I was like, I feel like I'm really, like, on edge right now, and I feel like people around me are too, and I feel like, you know? Yeah. Like, yesterday, I got that impression. I was like, everybody's just a step away.
That's true.
From losing it.
That's true. So that was just a random side note, if you'll be able to use that. Next question. What makes you excited to live? And then I have in brackets, not in a bad or depressing way.
Why are we prefacing everything with that? What makes me excited to live? I think what makes me excited to live is connected to what I said in the, like, weekly recap when I was talking about the ancestor thing. The fact that, like, our best days are still ahead of us. Probably, maybe. Like,
hopefully.
Like, even just looking at the next couple of months, there's so many small and big things that I'm excited for. And to just know that within the next 20, 40 years, there's even so much more to look forward to. That makes me excited to live. And, like, meeting people that I haven't met yet. I think that's a very basic answer.
I mean,
also food.
I don't think there needs to be, like, any crazy response. Yeah. But I thought it's, like, a really good question because I don't think we really think about it too often. And maybe it's even a nice, like, quote-unquote method, like, if you're feeling down, maybe to, like, think about that and be like, oh, this is just, like, one little or maybe even big thing that's happening right now. But, like, in the big picture, like, this is what makes me happy. This is why I want to be here and just live, you know?
Yeah, 100%. When you're, like, stuck in the routine, it's good to remind yourself.
Do you see yourself doing a podcast, either this one or your own, after university in, like, 10, 15, 20 years.
Yeah, I think so. Mm-hmm. The thing is, I really enjoy doing it, and also I've kind of gotten used to it. Mm-hmm. Like, it's kind of weird for me to
not rant every week.
Yeah. To think of just, like, not having this. Mm-hmm. Like, not having it in terms of, like, a creative outlet, like, that I'm very, like, motivated to do and, like, very happy when I come up with new ideas. And also, in a way, and also to have it as, like, a form of keeping memories, you know?
Mm-hmm. I think we underestimate how, or at least I do, like, how involved I am, or, like, how much does it not take out of my life, but, like, how much part it
struggling. What big of a role it has in your life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because, like, content creation, like, making the videos and even, like, writing, like, with the post or reel, like, we write a whole, like, caption where we express our thoughts, our feelings, and try to, like, support others and build a community. And then, like, the podcast, editing the podcast, like, doing all of that. Like, if I were to stop all of that, I would have so much more free time. But not in a bad way. I mean it, like, how I don't, like, think about it in that way. And so then when we're, like, quote unquote, like, comparing ourselves to others, like, maybe our lives, like, because I think, I mean, probably other people probably do other stuff too.
It's just a hobby, and people have other hobbies.
Yeah. But I keep forgetting about it sometimes.
Yeah, so I feel like it would be, like, it's this big part, and then it would be gone. So I'd like to, I don't know, or maybe I'll focus more on videos. I really love the YouTube videos too.
Well, and next semester.
Next semester. Yeah, I really want to do more YouTube videos. Mm-hmm.
Would you like to be an influencer? I don't know why I put this question here, because I don't really like it, but go ahead.
Well, okay.
I don't, or, like, when I was reading the questions, I was like, why did I come up with it? Why did I put the question there? But I guess go ahead.
It was a moment in time.
Yeah.
It was a moment in time.
It was months ago, because remember when I told you the idea?
Yeah, that was like
it was when I was going to my internship.
Yeah, so it was June. Would I like to be an influencer? I think so. But I think it's one, I mean, here's the thing. If we really want to get into it. Mm-hmm. I was going to say, I think it's one of those romanticized jobs.
Yes.
But also, I would argue that people make it out to be a little bit, how do I say this?
Don't be scared to be controversial.
She just wants a scandal. Okay, so I think I would like to do it just because I really enjoy, like, everything it entails. Mm-hmm. Not everything, but everything that I think it entails. Like, I love the videos. I love being creative. I love, like, that you can do so many different things. I think once, like, turning it into your full-time job can kind of backfire a little bit, and I feel like there's a lot more, like, to it than we actually think, so I feel like I might end up hating it. But also, I don't love when people who are influencers go on these rants about how difficult of a job it is, and how much work they have to do and how much they suffer, because I feel like there's a lot of jobs out there where you get a lot less money, a lot less recognition, and at the end of the day, it's a lot more hard work, and you don't have this flexible schedule, you know, like influencers, they have, like, no offense again, but the truth is that, like, you can make it work around your life. If you have kids, you can be home with the kids. Like, if you're having a hard time, you can literally just take a month off, you know, these kind of things. So I don't know why I just went on this rant. I just wanted to talk about that. In conclusion, I think I would like to do it because I really, like, enjoy the creative part of it. I don't think I would do it as a full-time job. I feel like I would always keep another job on the side.
Yeah, because I wouldn't want it to become, like, this stressful thing, and, like, I feel like what might be happening is that once it's your full-time job, then, like, your motivation is money, in the sense where, like, for example, like, I have my own personal, well, like, other Instagram account where I literally just put stuff that make me happy. Like, yesterday I posted a video that has, like, a poem, like, this guy wrote a poem and he, like, read it, And it's in Spanish. And the few people that follow me there probably know nothing about it. I mean,
that poem made me want to get married.
I love it.
It's so simple. I don't know why I was like, okay, I'll get married.
It's just great. And I mean, I like kind of like translated it into English in the caption for the people who want to know. But I was like, it's not going to have views. It's not going to like whatever. But I don't care. Exactly. Like I just did it because I want to have it there. I somehow like the poem just like not did something to me, but like, you know, it
spoke to you.
Yeah, it spoke to me. And so I just wanted it to put there. And I feel like if you have this as your full-time job, like you're focused on like doing stuff that will get you money, you know.
And it's this weird thing, especially people who like their like whole brand is their life. Like you're living life, but you're making content of the life, which means like, you know what I mean? Like, what are you making content about if your entire life is making content? You're making content about making content. I don't know. So I like it for like the creative part. If I could make a little money of it, that would make money with like a hobby. Obviously, that would be nice. But I would always also like to have another job still and not have it be like my full job.
Yeah. But I was going to say, I mean, what I said, like, I wouldn't want it to be my like at least like only job. Like if I would be making money on the side or like in the mix with something else, that would be great. Because I even see myself as like a multi-person in the sense of like I love doing a bunch of stuff. I can never like fully commit to one thing.
I can't imagine having only one job.
Yeah, I mean at this point I can't. Okay.
Hey, editing this vlog is gonna be a nightmare. I'm sorry, future Lauren.
But I think I also have kind of like a negative connotation with the word influencer because like it implies like influencing people, which we realized I'm really good at.
No, right. She's very proud of that.
But I don't. It's just like if I follow some people on Instagram, it's just so I get like inspired or it makes me like feel good in a way. For example, like poetry or like art, and not really like in the sense of I'm selling you stuff so I can make money, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But I guess maybe the society kind of provided that connotation or whatever, because I mean it's been a topic for a while now. So yeah. Let's go from influencer to a deeper topic.
I'm so scared.
What does family mean to you?
I guess family means a support system. I feel like, I mean, ideally it would be a group of people that are there to catch you when you fall, but like encourage you to like try out new things, but you can always fall back on them. And yeah, I don't know, are just there to support you throughout life. Like you don't always need to be together, but you're always connected and there's always support.
And in connection to that, like how do you see your family, like your family in the future? Like do you have a particular picture?
Like my personal family? I don't know. I mean, ideally, I would like it, like, I would like there to be, like, a lot of, everybody wants this, but, like, you know, like, the perfect family where everybody's very close. I don't get divorced.
Yeah. Do you know how many kids? Like, do you see
I always said I either want 0 or 4. I'd like 4 kids.
I think that's a good number, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you would know. That's true.
I do know.
Yeah. I always, for some reason, I was like, either I won't have kids or I will have 4 kids. I would like 4 kids. I would like it to be, like, a bigger family, I guess. And, wait, what was your question? Just that?
Just how would you see your family? But I guess you kind of answered that. Yeah. 4
kids. And then I just would like us to be, like, close. Just, like, openness, like, communication. Everybody can, you know, share everything and be accepted, and we can help each other. Just like the cliche. The cliche thing.
Sometimes I think about like having, like, obviously if I could, I'd have 1,000 children. But like if I think about it realistically, I'm like, do I really want to like, will I have that much energy and effort to
and
have
money
to like have all these kids? But then I think about it from my point of view of being a daughter and like having siblings, and like I want that for my children. Like, I don't want to have 1 or 2 kids, because I mean, I'm not saying it's bad. I mean, I really don't agree with having 1 kid. That's just, maybe it's controversial, but I know that kids can still have a great relationship with their parents. But sometimes, at least from what I saw, in my experience, is like either the kid is really attached to the parents to a point where it could like harm him or her, like, you know, or like the parents get like really attached to the kid, and then it's hard to like let them go live their life. I mean, if you want 1 kid, like, do what you want to do. But like,
I also just think it's worth a lot having siblings to share the experience of growing up.
Exactly. And I feel like, maybe that's wrong, but I feel like if you did some kind of like research on only kids, is that
only children? Yeah.
I feel like most of them would tell you they wish they'd had a sibling.
The only children,
right? It sounds weird
that I know. Like, they've said that.
Yeah. And so like, I want for my kids to have like siblings, and ideally to like have more, because like I have 3 sisters, and like with each of them I have like a different type of relationship, and I'm glad I have all of them, because like in different types of situations I go to different one, or sometimes it gets a little bit weird with one, so I still have the other 2, you know, and I just want that for my kids. So I will, if I have the money and everything and the husband, I will, I would want to have like,
and like each person brings something different to the family.
Yeah. I mean, this question you kind of answered not answered this, but I'm gonna ask anyway. What is your plan for life, or like steps in the future? It's not binding, it's not fixed. But
well, that's great.
Since we've established that the whole next face is a blur, I don't know if you have an answer for that. But
I can give you a broad plan. Okay. So,
have kids, get married, have money.
You know, that I never plan.
Like, in what sense?
Like, I like to plan the stuff that I have any sort of control over. So I usually just like eliminate that part, because it scares me to like plan it. But like, for the things that I have control over, I would like to, after university, get some, well, okay, I'm gonna do very, very broad. I'd like to, after university, get a job or like an internship or anything in like the music industry. I think I've talked about that before, because I would just like to experience that whole world and see if I like it or not. If I like it, obviously, like, I'll continue in that sphere. If I hate it, I'll try out something new. But just to like try it out. And then I'll have some sort of career, I guess. I would like to do something creative, maybe connected to journalism, maybe not at all. We'll see. And then at some point, yes, I'll have a family. And then when I'm like 40, oh, that's actually kind of soon, maybe 50. When I'm 50, I would like to just stop it all with the career thing, and then I'll have a farm with like horses, and maybe I'll do like the whole agriturismo thing, where it's like a farm but also a hotel. I'm not sure yet. But I just would like maybe by the beach, maybe by a lake, and like have a nice little like more relaxed life, I guess.
Also, kind of a weird question. How would you react if I told you now that I'm quitting university and going home?
Is this your way of telling me?
Imagine. Oh my God. I'm not thinking about that, just to be clear, but
how would
I don't know what I was thinking in June.
Well, June was a different time. You know, you question everything during the summer. What would your reason be?
I don't know. Maybe being done with everything?
Well, here's the thing. It would depend on your reason. Mm-hmm. If I felt like it was some sort of minor reason, like...
You'd be mad.
No, I would never be mad.
Really?
No, why would I be mad?
I mean, not mad in the sense... It's just like, Kristyna, this is not, like, enough of an issue.
Oh, yeah, that's what I meant. Like, if it was a minor issue, I would try to, like, convince you not to.
Yeah.
Not with anger. But I would be like, come on, you've survived 2.5 years, almost. You literally have 1.5 more to go. You finally, like, you know, you overcame so many hurdles, so why would you give it up because of that? If it were, like, a bigger issue, I guess I would
like getting pregnant.
Like, would you quit university?
I mean, I don't know. But I was thinking about this. Like, I mean, ideally, I wouldn't, obviously. But would I be able to just, like, be here pregnant with a kid?
Would. Yeah. Okay. We can all take it for one day. One day me, one day Lana, one day Sophia. If you were pregnant, well, then we would have to make a whole plan.
That's true. That would be a whole different issue.
Would be a whole spreadsheet of trying to figure that out.
Sophia would be happy because she'd be in
Sophia would, babysit it half the time. But, I mean, if it was something, like, really crucial, like, you needed to go home for some, like, important reason, you were incredibly, I don't know, your mental health was falling apart, then I would just be like, okay, we'll do a goodbye party.
Okay, I'm thinking last question. Now, this one is fun, don't worry. Would you rather have 2 cats or 5 dogs?
Oh, 5 dogs.
Easy, right?
Yeah.
I mean, no. To be fair,
Kristyna changed.
I have a cat now, and I love him. But I think it's just my one particular cat.
That's
not all
thing,
cats
like,
in the world.
I've met cats that I've loved. It's just in general.
Hello, cat. Nice to meet you.
I introduced myself and we really got along. But in general, me and cats, we don't mesh well. And I have this fear of them. Like, I'm quite scared of them. Yeah. And they feel it, you know? They feel it. So, and 5 dogs, like, that would be heaven.
Yeah.
If I had, obviously.
The farm.
But yeah, so 5 dogs, for sure.
Well, thank you, Lauren and Muriel Sowers, for answering my questions.
You're very welcome.
Well, tables will turn one day. Yeah. But this was fun.
One day sounded.
Well, we're on a messy kind of schedule topic-wise, so yeah, we'll see.
It was a lot of fun. Good questions.
Thank you.
Made me question everything in life.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Book Club. So?
So, I haven't been reading much. But in a new attempt to get myself out of this reading slump, Kristyna gave me the book that she read.
Which you never started?
No, not yet. Give me some time.
What do you mean not yet? You got another book from Sophia.
Which I also haven't started.
And I felt offended.
I know. I felt it. I have to do some damage control. Here's the thing.
Okay, I want to hear this.
I'll read your book. Okay, I just also wanted to do something for my Spanish.
Oh, I thought you were going to say to myself, and I was... No, for myself. And I was like, that's not better.
No, I wasn't going to make a horrible excuse like that. So my plan is to go back and forth between the two. Like, read yours for, like, when I can't deal with the Spanish anymore. And then every once in a while, read the Spanish ones.
Okay, I take that.
Thank you. So she gave me her book, which is called The Marble Collector by Cecilia Ahern. Maybe, possibly.
I always say Aern, but I don't know if that's correct.
I haven't read it yet. I'm going to start that. I have high hopes. It's like one of the books that actually has a good, like, text on the back.
Oh, I don't know if I read that.
I was talking to my friend today. I was like, almost like I've never been convinced to read a book after reading, like...
Really?
No, it always sounds very uninteresting to me.
I think my issue with these texts has always been... that, like, I read it I have like some expectation or some feeling from it,
and
then I read the book and it's completely something different.
Yeah. But that one, it sounds really interesting, actually. Okay. So I'm excited to read that, and hopefully that'll help me. And then I got the book that she mentioned that I got from Sophia is The Seven Husbands of Evelyn and Hugo, but like in Spanish. So I've already read this book, and I'm going to try to read it again because I loved it, and I'm going to try to read it in Spanish.
Yeah.
Because my last attempt to read a Spanish book did not work out. So I'm going to read like a more like simple one that I already know. Yeah. What about you?
Well, I read The Marble Collector, and I liked it. It wasn't like a book, for example, again, Daisy Jones and the Six, that will forever be my reference, where I would be like so like like immersed and everything. But like I think this has to be like a special category, like books that are like you think about the characters when you're not even reading. And, you know, that's a special category.
After you're done.
But this book was great. Like, it wasn't really a romance. It was more like family, the topic of family, and kind of like discovering your parent, because you have some perception of your parent, and then maybe you discover something about their past, which I mean was our case last week with the assignment. And it just like, it touched me, and it was really nice to read that. And I did read it pretty fast. I love the book because like it's like this kind of like thick paper. It's like the, you said airport version. I don't know that's whole category, but it makes sense in my head now.
That's what my dad said.
I mean, it does make sense because when I flew to Canada for the lacrosse championship, that was, I think, the first time that I was like either at the big airport or just like, you know, actually browsing through the stores or whatever. And there I bought some books, and it did have this format. So I guess it makes sense. And I started reading a new book, which is called A Spot of... Oh, it's right here. Because I even wanted to show it. So it has this nice cover. It's A Spot of Bother by Mark Haddon. Yeah. I already read another book from him, which was A Red House or something like that. And I mean, it was fine, but I was kind of confused. And he's the author of the infamous book, The Curious Incident
of the Dog in the Nighttime.
Okay, because it doesn't have the whole name.
I just realized. Oh, here it is.
Oh, the cover looks almost the same.
Yeah, they all have.
And it has like this, not plasticky, because we use the word plastic in Czech, but like 3D.
Oh, yeah.
You know. Whatever. Well, so I just started reading it. I'm only like a couple pages in, so I'm gonna tell you about it hopefully next week.
You're on a roll.
Have you been watching anything?
No.
I don't think me either.
Great.
I'm continuing watching Gilmore Girls when I cook or when I eat, so that's it. Yeah.
Amazing.
No more culture.
No.
Nothing.
No documentaries anymore.
No.
And for Song of the Week, the thing is, I haven't really been discovering new songs.
That's the thing. I looked at my saved songs, and I have maybe 2 saved from last week or something. Yeah, and I don't want to use them as Song of the Week.
In September, a lot of artists came out with new music, because I remember us saying, oh, like, there's so much new stuff, it's almost overwhelming. And now everybody's just kind of stopped a little. But I've been rediscovering, so I've been going through like old playlists and whatnot, and rediscovering like old songs. So I was gonna say, I think my Song of the Week would be No Surprises by Radiohead.
Okay. My song, because I realized I don't think I used that as a Song of the Week, and it just wrecked me, which was Mom by Luke Hemmings.
Oh,
I don't know how I didn't use that.
But tell them about this.
Oh, so I mean, there's a lot to it, but I'm just gonna try to make it short. But basically, we still have the 5 Sauce Obsession, and like that was after the concert, right? And I don't even know how I discovered the song. I think it was on TikTok, where somebody made a video with his song. I realized Luke Hemmings has his own music besides the band. Besides the band. And so I was listening to this one song, which is amazing. I was sitting outside by myself because we had a break on Thursday in between my optativa elective classes, and I always go outside, sit on the bench, just bathe in the sun and listen to music. And I was listening to this song. It was just like what's the word, transversal? No, I was just in this like
transmitting you
something like that. It's a beautiful song, and I realized I didn't use it.
But when you were listening to it, did you realize it was him?
Yes.
That's after you'd already realized it was him.
Yes, because I saw a TikTok with his song, and it said something about like his photo and something and his song, and I was like, oh, he has his own music. I went to the song, and then there was the whole debacle, shebang. I don't know. My words this week. I listened because Sophia was like, you have to listen to the whole album, and so I did, and there was a song called Place in Me, which I already knew, and my mind was blown because I've been listening to it for like 2 or 3 years, I guess, since it came out, because it's in my like sleeping playlist that I put on before I go to, or I used to put on the first and second year of university. Now I just usually put on some album like Gracie Abrams. And I was just shocked because I didn't know it's him. So that's the whole story.
I love it. So Mom by Luke Hemmings.
Yes. I mean, that was supposed to be technically the honorable mention.
Oh.
Because I have one other song, which is called XQ. I don't know what that means.
Like
Sigues
the letters
pensando.
XQ?
Yes. Sigues pasando. It's a Spanish song. Oh. And it also has a sad smiley face in the title.
It? Okay.
Yeah. So it's a great song. Discovered it in my sports class. So that's
amazing.
It. So
that's it from us.
Please give us a review on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you're listening to. We would love to read some. And we'll hear you next week.
Yes.
Okay. Bye.
Goodbye. Thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed this episode.
If you want to get in touch, you can find all of our information in the description below.